Welcome to Real Reviews, where we take a look at major Hollywood releases and let you know if they're worth your time, money, and patience. I'm your host, Walter Banasiak, and today we're following the yellow brick road with the new animated movie, Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return. In this new adventure, Dorothy returns to Kansas only to find it devastated by the tornado that had whisked her away to Oz. The home she has been so desperate to return to is severely damaged, and the townspeople are packing up and moving out. But shortly after arriving, she is magically transported back to Oz and finds out that the people there need her help once again. The Scarecrow, the formerly Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and Glinda are all in peril from a devious new villain, the Jester. Wiser the Owl, Marshall Mallow, China Princess, and Tug the Tugboat join Dorothy on her latest magical journey through the colorful landscape of Oz to restore order and happiness to Emerald City. Based on the 1989 book Dorothy of Oz and created by the relatively unknown Summertime Entertainment, it stars a pretty recognizable voice cast including Lea Michele, Dan Aykroyd, Kelsey Grammer, Jim Belushi, Martin Short, and Patrick Stewart. Legends of Oz, I hate to say, is just not a very good movie. With the bar set so high with top-notch quality animation studios like Pixar and DreamWorks, Prana Animation Studios pales in comparison, and this is just not passable as a theatrical release. The character models and animation in general is a bit subpar for today's standards. I would be able to look past all that if the story and characters were engaging, but unfortunately, that's not the case either. Basically, all the new characters are unlikable, the only possible exception being Marshall Mallow. The classic characters like Scarecrow, the Lion, and Tin Man are enjoyable enough when they're on screen, but it's not for very long, and they definitely don't save this movie. The new villain, the Jester, voiced by Martin Short, is a really lame and lackluster bad guy. Aside from a couple light chuckles, he wasn't really good for much. Having the backstory of being the Wicked Witch's little brother, you would think a more interesting character could emerge from a guy who shares the blood of a wicked Westerner. The whole film carries this weight of being mean-spirited as well. The tone really leans towards that area at times, and it irks me as a fan of most Oz-related media. Some aspects of the film are a bit morbid too if you think about it. I won't go into detail, but if you see the film, you may see where those conclusions can be drawn. All that plus the lack of attention to a few story details would even have some younger kids questioning its logic. Something I did not know going into the movie was how many songs they were going to shoehorn in. I mean, yeah, I was expecting a tune here and there, but these songs were popping up way too often, and they aren't what I would call instant classics. I don't think I liked one song in here. Despite its efforts, Legends of Oz does not at one point feel like an Oz movie. It's not even interesting enough to have its own unique vibe like 1985's Return to Oz that would make it stand on its own as an alternative to the 1939 MGM classic. There are a few things I like about this movie, but not many. You have to give credit to this new studio for trying something as ambitious as an Oz movie, animated or not. And the opening and closing credits are also pretty cool to see on screen. But when that's the highlight of your film, there may be a problem. Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return is not a worthy addition to the Oz franchise name. Considering last year's Oz the Great and Powerful and now this, perhaps more Oz projects are in the works and we'll finally see a few good films from such a large and popular book series, something I still don't understand why we never got. In any case, don't show this to your kids. Just pop in the old Wizard of Oz VHS, or if you think they can handle something a little scarier but still fun and interesting, find a DVD of Return to Oz and see what they think of it. Otherwise, you can just play it safe with last year's live-action Oz movie. I'm giving Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return a 3 out of 10. Be on the lookout for our real review of 2012's Chronicle and the recent Godzilla movie coming in the coming weeks. Remember, if it's not reviewed here, it just isn't real. I'm Walter Banasiak, and I will see you at the movies.